Hello, everybody. Welcome. How is everybody today? Hi. Here, I'm here, you're here, and it's Wednesday. Thanks for joining. I've been saying it for a few weeks now, and I've been feeling it for a few months now. I miss having tea with y'all. I got my green tea, my Tazo Zen green tea. I think I've been drinking this stuff for like 20 years. It is definitely one of my go-to teas. And so I invite you to a cup of tea and join me for today's Wellness Wednesday check-in. I love Wednesday. I've been taking as a day in between. When I look at my schedule and what goes on in my work life and my home life, Wednesday is just, a natural place for me to take a break and look at what have I done the last 3 days? Has it been on track? Have I been productive? Have I been feeling on top of it or not? And if not, why not? What's the deal? And then also, with the next 3 days, Friday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, wherever you find yourself, making some plans, looking back and looking ahead. I like Wednesdays for that pause in the middle of the week. So I assess and adjust. Usually keep my calendar free from a lot of busy commitment on Wednesdays. I try not to do things except for my Wellness Wednesday check-in with me. Because what I like to do on Wednesdays, but it's also a chance for me to catch or plan ahead or something. So you do the same thing on Wednesdays or whatever day of the week you've got that little bit of a pause, regroup, and keep going. You can't just pick one day a week to your whole week. I think we're only capable of 3 days at a time. And I hope you're enjoying the Prism show here. 10 a.m. is when usually the most sunlight comes through and lights up all the prisms in my office window. So into my office, welcome. And someday we'll all gather in my office again in person, either one-on-one or for group card reading or something fun like that. It's coming, ladies, and I haven't anywhere. In fact, I hope, just like all of you, you've taken this time over the last year. It's been a tough one to take a really big regroup and look at what's going on and figure out, okay, what do I want to leave behind? What do I not want to drag into new normal that we're creating? For some of your new normal is way different than what it was a year. And for some of us, just improving on, the thing that we've established and built already to this point. And so if you're me and you work from home or you're a solopreneur, really need to be always assessing that and always making sure that you are aligning your actions with your goals. And I've been talking about 90 goals, and I've been referencing them as far as, exercise, fitness. How do you make a plan? How do you stick with something for 90 days? How do you have the motivation and the tools that you need? Over the last few weeks, I haven't even really decided that my 90 days start. It probably is going to start somewhere around Sunday, because this end we have the vernal equinox, which is the big spring, and it certainly is feeling that way today. This is spring break week for most around this time of year is spring break, and you just kind of take a little bit to reassess, like a Wednesday, but it's a week break. And then let's look forward into the next 90 days. What are the next 90 days? Springtime, right? More sunshine, more warmth, more life, more activity. Where do you want to be between now and the first day of summer? That's really where we're at right now. And if you haven't been looking ahead in your calendar and trying to, what's going to be the thing that I want to experience, do I be healthy, whatever that means for you? Do I want to be more energized? Do I want to have a different level of my job? Do I want to work towards a certain accomplishment so that I can go on other things? Where are you in all of that? So that we have been doing with these 90-day goals. I'm going to talk specifically about how stress will deepen your 90-day goal. I don't planning you do. I don't care what kind of motivation or positivity you have around this. You are too super stressed out. It's going to keep you from being that person who does whatever the goal is. So if your goal is to, run a K, stress is going to keep you from becoming a person. So let's some great strategies for doing that. I want you to grab your maybe you want to some notes. That's cool. Otherwise, I'm going to have for you here play. So just tune in and give yourself this time right now to focus on you and what's good for you, and give yourself permission to take that time to focus on. If you don't give permission and require yourself to have that time for you, and whether it's 20 minutes or a half a day or whatever you got, mama, take it. One will give it to you, and the to-do can wait, so that you can rest and prioritize and create strategies so that you actually have more time, so that things will go smoother. All right, let's get into it. So first up, I would love it if you could just be present. That's really, one of the secrets to everything is to be here. Now is the only time that you ever have. Whenever it happens now. It's its dimension, and that's where the magic and the manifestation happens. That's where your belief become your reality, is right here, right now. So as often as you can, regroup your thoughts, regroup your actions to what is here in you right now. It doesn't exist yet. The past cannot be relived. Be here. It's the most powerful thing that you can do for your health, for your well-being, for your family's sake, for your business. Everything really is on the present moment, right here, right now. So give yourself that time. You deserve it, definitely. All right, let's get on with it. So first up, I want to ask you, how do you feel today? On a daily basis, going from all of the things that you do in life, how are you feeling some of these positive things? Sometimes, most of the time, never. I hope that you can feel like you've accomplished something day to day, or that it's energized you, or that you're proud of your actions. But maybe also feel failure sometimes, or you don't know what to do, you're so confused, or you have thrown yourself into different commitments and you don't know how you kind of got there, and you don't know what's the most important thing, or the thing that's going to get you out of this mess. It just seems to pile up and pile up. That's okay. Everyone feels some of this, of all of these things and more from time to time. But how are you feeling on a daily basis? Are you more on the one side or the other? Is it a mixed bag? I really hope that you are noticing how you're feeling and ownership of it, and saying, you know what, I'm not putting up with this. This is not my vibe. I can't be my best if I am allowing myself to function on this level. That's where it is. You've got to take your power back and require yourself to function at a different level, changing a few things. It doesn't mean you're a loser or something like that. It just means creating strategies that are really going to help you to get to that next level. So how do we do that? How do we do that? First, you got to look at mindset. If you have the all or nothing, the go big or go, I have to do it perfectly, or if you're asking, how's that going to work? Well, I don't know how I would time to fit this into my schedule, or I've always done it this way and it doesn't work. You got to change all that. You got to look at those things and be like, okay, am I really doing myself justice here? And then you have to take those unreal expectations, like I have to be super mom, I have to get all this stuff done, or my house has to look like a Pinterest to Martha Stewart's house, whatever. If you feel like you're being spread too thin, if you're budgeting your time and energy according to your tasks, according to your output, if you are dry all the time, that's going to sabotage you. And if you're putting your energy into the wrong things, you might be super big and checking a lot of stuff off your list. Things may not be getting you to your bigger goal. And then it becomes this flutter of busyness and you're lost. I mean, does that feel familiar? And also not allowing for recovery. So it is okay to balls to the walls all the time. Contrary to maybe some training programs might tell you, yes, we need to work hard and things, but you also have to give yourself time to adjust to new routines or, more changes in your workouts or whatever you're doing. And it's okay to vary your output based on how you feel. And if you need time for recovery, like sleep, big one, right? Or some kind of stress relief, or a chance for your body to grow and adjust, workout, that's okay too. You do not have to be a robot every day. All of these things are going to keep you from even halfway reaching your goal. I don't care how determined you are. I don't care how desperate you are. All of these things are going to end up taking a toll on you. Does that make sense? Message me if you have questions, or if you want to, help you see some of this in your life, because I promise it's happening. And you need routines, afternoon, evening routines, open, closing routines, kitchen routines, bedtime routines, to make your life reduce your physical stress and your mental fatigue. If you are making decisions all day long and just having your life every moment to moment, it's really not going to get you to your goal. You might survive, have some fun along the way. You might not, but you really need to know what you're doing and have plans in place and surrender to those plans. Otherwise, you are going to fatigue yourself before you even get into the office, before you even get to enjoy the thing that you are planning, because you've made too many decisions. You've had to reinvent the wheel too many times. You fight your procrastination mind or your too much. And, it's just not possible all the time. So let me ask, what are the non-negotiables in your life? What are the things that you cannot function without having some kind of handle on a day-to-day basis? You do them every day, but they're definitely need to regularly, and you need to know where you're at with them. What are they? Chocolate, wine, sex, food, smoking, shopping. I'm just throwing a few out there. How about nutrition and water? Non-negotiables list, where you are not allow bad nutrition or poor hydration to stop you from being energized and nourished and awake. And speaking of awake, sleep and exercise, those also, they kind of go hand in hand, right? If you're not sleeping well, everything else is crap. You're not going to be and if also you're not exercising your body, you feel sluggish, you're going to feel weak, you're going to be unmotivated, energized. Meditation and prayer often get pushed to the side right away, right along with the sleep and the exercise. Those are important too, to communicate and listen to the universe or to God or to spirit or to our inner selves. Take that time to be serious and to focus. Absolutely. And then stress relief, family and friends, they may not be mutually exclusive or go together all the time as stress relief, but social is a form of stress relief. And then there's lots of other ways that you can actively reduce and relieve stress. And that's up to you. And then work and responsibility. Yes, we all have things that we need to take care of day to day. We need to be responsible for, and that we need to do great work and be of service, get that output done and check those things off. Chores and errands are always going to be there. The dishes are always going to be there. There's going to be something that needs done because we're consuming a lot. But all of these right here, if you're slacking off in one of these, you're going to feel it. You're definitely going to feel it. And a lot of times we put the work abilities up at the top, and then the chores and the errands, and then maybe sleep because we're done. Then maybe nutrition, maybe stress relief, and meditation and prayer at the bottom. I challenge you to find your own priority level with these, your own groove with these. They're not always going to rank the same day to day necessarily. If you are only living to work and you're neglecting your nutrition and your sleep, and you have no spirit, or if you're neglecting your family and your friends because of work or other responsibilities, I mean, what are we doing? That's not a way to live either. So I really want you to take a look at what your non-negotiables are. And of course, you're going to have more specific. What kind of nutrition? How much water? How many hours of sleep? What kind of exercise? Who am I going to pray to this week? No, just kidding. It's very, very important. So I want you to think about chunking out your day, morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever 3 chunks make sense to you. But in general, I think the body clock wants us to function. Morning, afternoon, play, eat, rest. Now, this does not mean you're only going to work in the mornings and your afternoons are all play and evenings are la-di-da and totally checked out. No, but this is kind of the guideline of how we sprinkle different activities throughout our day and throughout our week. So we really aren't shoving all the fun on weekends. We aren't neglecting during the week. I think every day we really do operate well if we have a little bit of work, and that means punching in or checking out. Work could mean working on yourself, or working on your home, or working on your relationship, or working on piano lessons, or whatever your thing is that you're going to focus on, and you're working towards something, and it means and it matters, and you need to put your best foot forward for it. Happen in the morning. That's when you're best, that's when you're most fresh. Notice I'm not doing Wellness Wednesdays at 8 p.m. at night. That's not when I am going to be showing up best for you. Afternoon, find some time to play a little bit, to get out there, have fun, laugh, be with other people, whether it's virtually, socially distanced, or whatever we're doing right now. Hobbies, things you don't get paid for that are fun to do, things necessarily have to finish, there's no consequence or deadline. Recreating, getting out, so something, even if it's just 20 minutes and a quick run around the block, wave at your neighbors, that's something, right? And then evening, signal your body that it's time to close up, settle up your needs for the day, feel like you've gotten things satisfied and handled for the day, and check out, punch out. Currently, how would that feel? A lot of times I ask my high performance coaching clients, what's your ideal day? Out all the stuff, all the stuff you don't want to do, the work and the responsibilities, right? And you the things, the things that really fed you. What would that look like? And so you do that exercise, and then you look at your regular calendar and you figure out ways that you can adopt and change so that you can sprinkle those things throughout your week and feel like you've gotten your needs met. Maybe it's not all every day and you're still doing your work, but it's all, and it's an equal 30-30-30 life work balance. It's going to have to come when it comes, but the more you have over it, the more actively you decide, okay, my mornings are going to be about body basics and work mode, and I'm going to knock this shit out. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to do this for my body. Warm water with is fantastic to wake up and get the process kind of rolling. A hot shower. I love shower, but then a splash cold at the end, like a cool dip real quick before you get out. Fantastic for your energy levels and for and hair and nails and everything. It's really a lot easier than it sounds, a lot more fun it sounds. It's definitely a productivity tip. Movement in the morning, whether that's a little bit of yoga or Pilates or stretching or sun salutations or jumping jacks or whatever. Get your body moving, whatever it is. Breath work in the morning and intention setting in the morning. Maybe that's a gratitude journal or a law of attraction planner, thing like that. And you do some breath work to get your body kind of woken up, excited for the day. And then have some fat and protein for breakfast. Not everybody says the breakfast person. I beg, I think you just have some off habits. You really need some fat and protein to kind of get things going in the morning. So then you can get into your work mode and actually be productive and give that awesome output or wonderful service that you intend to be. If you are skipping all things, you're not going to show up for anyone as your best self. And the afternoons make them full and fun. Even if you're work, I want you to do the easy tasks. Save the easy task afternoon. Keep your brain waves for that big creative stuff, deep work. And the afternoon, finish off the emails, enter in your accounting stuff, do the little tasks that don't take a lot of big mind work. Maybe you go out for a easy enough, maybe a small snack, some that's like trail mix or something that can some energy for the rest of the afternoon. Maybe you need a power nap. Message me about this if you've never heard about a power nap. I don't really take naps. That's not my thing. If I'm taking a nap, it means that I've washed hard. But a power can help you reset your brain and your nervous system and finish the day clear and calm. How does that sound? And it's only like a 20-minute thing and you don't really sleep. Check into it. But anytime we can take a quick break. And then finish, clean up the day, know where you're going to be tomorrow. So tomorrow when you are ready to do the thing, but shut everything enough so that it feels closed. Log out, clean up, be ready for tomorrow, and then get out there. Maybe you text someone or call someone or invite for tea or something like that. Go for coffee, someone, say hello and chat for an extra 10 minutes, you pick up your kids. I don't know. Are you going to be able to do all of these things every day, all afternoon? No, but you can still get one or two of these things happening and get that flowing. And the more you do, you will find that you take control over the structure of your day and what goes on. It's really up to you. Otherwise, you'll just get pulled in 1,000 different directions and be like, why am I not getting anything done yet? I feel exhausted. Evenings are for stress relief and rest. So I want you to focus on simple, healthy meals at night, like soup and salad, not the big steak dinners. Those are a complete mistake. Talk to me if you want more about how to eat doesn't disrupt your sleep or your exercise, or how to get on the I'm hungry in the morning. Well, it's stop eating steak at night. That's one of them. A healthy meal. Maybe prepped it ahead of time. Maybe you have, like your soup and salad kind of routine at night. So it's you still are getting some nutrients, feeling full, but it's easy to digest and you can go to sleep without being, too full. It's always a problem. Spend time with your family, not nagging at them, not doing chores. It's just 20 minutes playing a game. It can be such a stress relief for everyone to kind of calm down and breathe and just be together without requirements, or why didn't you do that, or now it's time for this, and you're always rushing everyone through on their level, and play the game with them or snuggle with them or something. And problem when you do this too much and then you fall asleep in your kid's bed. Don't do that either though. And then the kid's up watching TV and you're asleep sound in bed. Or hobby, again, this is something that doesn't have a deadline. It doesn't have any requirements. You can be happy and bad at it. You're not going to split or start an Etsy account for it. It's just you do because you enjoy the movement of it. You enjoy the colors of it. You enjoy the smells of it, whatever it is. And that doesn't have to be every night either, but something that you can pick up and put down every once in a while and just enjoy it for the sake of doing it and to get your mind off of something. Tidying up, again, this only takes like 15 to 20 minutes out of your routine, like really be set so that tomorrow when it's time to hit it, whatever you're doing, you're ready and you know that you've prepared. You don't have to dread the morning, or you don't have to rush like, oh my gosh, I left without the most important thing. And I also want you to shut it down early. This is super important. And if you were time yourself, dads out there, you really need, well, okay, maybe I'll just say, I have a feeling dads can fall asleep pretty easy all the time, but you really need a bit more time to wind down than you think, especially if you got all this stuff in your head and you haven't done your journaling, haven't, prep tomorrow. So some things that you can in your morning or afternoon or evening routines: aromatherapy, lighting, and music. So aromatherapy, I use a diffuser. I like the little candle diffusers with a little essential oil kind of burning at the top. I think that they're lovely and very soft yet effective. Plus they're a candle. If you're using one of the steam diffusers, the water diffusers, those are fine too, but I find they get a little intense. Feels right for you. Or just a simple mist into the air with just a little mister and then enough. However you choose, again, message me. I use essential oils and aromatherapy all the time. Just make sure you're getting really therapeutic grade, high quality essential oil, reputable source. Message me if you'd like to know more. I use lavender for relaxation and kind of, feeling okay. I can calm down, but I still got this, right? Or orange and lemon, something citrusy or herbal to kind of uplift you and get you to focus and wake up, right? And those are just a couple of suggestions out of literally hundreds of aromatherapy options out there. Just make sure you use something high quality that you enjoy. And these ones that I chose here, if it sounds like food or a flower that chances are they're pretty safe to use. If it's something exotic that you don't know about or haven't heard of, maybe look it up before you buy one. Or lighting, use soft warmth. I rarely have headlights on. I rarely have fluorescent lights on. I got a new stove last week and I'm like, the light in the stove, it's too white. I need warm light. And then open up windows in the morning, let them in. One of my favorite things in the mornings to go through the house and open up the windows and let in fresh air, bright light to your body that it's time. And thing at dinner time, go around and shut it down, soften things up, close the night so that your body has a signal that it's now going to evening, especially now there's going to be later. We still need to go to bed and be light out, especially getting up early like me. Music, upbeat for morning. Get ready to something that, make move and groove and feel great, right? That's how you go out into the world every day, or face the music, right? And sing with your kids in the morning. Get them going on their routines with music. And so they know I got to be done with backpack packed and sitting at the breakfast table by the time, that song or their favorite song is. I don't. Clinical study is really good for study focus work. It's kind of lyrics, so you're not getting hooked up on or that kind of thing. Really use it to change your mood. It's amazing. All right, so what if you're overwhelmed and you can't calm down and you're just like, ah, and everything is like falling in on you and nothing's working and it's all a wreck and don't know what to do and sniffing essential oils is not happening. And what? How do you find some set you up for not feeling this way? What are some tips and techniques? Oops, exercises. So before you get home or before you shift, hats for the day, punch in and punch out, do breathing exercise. Settle yourself, regroup, energy back in. A great one to try is inhale for 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 4 for a minute or 2. That really helps your nervous system just kind of take a break and reset itself. And then you can move forward with more great breathing exercises. Do this with your family or with kids before bed. They love it. And you don't have to say, okay, now we're going to do our breathing exercises. Just sit down on the floor and start doing it. They'll probably join. They're teenagers, then they'll roll their eyes and then go look it up later. And it's fine too. Be the example. They'll probably join or at least get curious, and at least you'll be calm, and then that affects the rest of the household. Meditation. This is just a step up from breathing. You bring your attention to the present moment rather than letting that to-do list you get through on all what ifs and whys and shoulda, woulda, couldas, and just you kind of shut all that down. It's hard to do, but with practice, you can allow it to let go of you. It's an amazing thing. Message me if you have more questions about meditation. There's lots of info out there, but it's easier than you think. If you think. I want you to encourage you to slow down and find stillness in everyday things like doing this or taking a shower, putting your kids to bed, or driving to work or something. Slow down, beauty, look around you, get out of that tunnel vision and that worry and that angst and that busyness, because all that is going to dragging you down. It doesn't add to your joy. That's what we should be seeking and trying to focus on. Instead, we focus on our worries and our fear. If you are really, needing something, journaling is a fantastic way to let this crap out, put it on paper. Different types of journals. I got my to-do journal. I've got my exercise journal. I've got my law of attraction, my tarot card journal. I love them, and really helps you to just get it out. You might be surprised by what's coming out. I mean, seriously. In my online course, I have, with every module, I have different journaling exercises that we do, and it really, is on food, one's on exercise, one's on stress, one's on sleep, all kinds of things to get you processing and doing better. And then if you set your intention and know, when I walk into that meeting, my intentions, this is what my goal is for that interaction. This is how I'm going to bring to that person or surprise someone, or this is feeling that I want to accomplish for today. I want to feel free, I want to feel vibrant, or I want to feel lost in the moment, or whatever the thing is. Intention for the day. And then maybe you'll find it along, especially if you keep coming back to that intention and focusing. And then name 3 things that you're grateful for today, and more so than, the basics, like really about it. What are you grateful for today? What makes today like amazing for you? Even if you're feeling like everything is really awful, deep, it's there, and it will lead you seeing how you can create more of that and lead yourself out of it. Does that make sense? That makes sense. And then sleep guidelines, because if you're not sleeping, you are stressed out. If you're not getting, I'm serious here, 7+ hours every night, I average around 8. They're not always on time, sleep, although I've been sleeping very fantastically the last few weeks and I'm loving it. Honestly, you need some guidelines. You need some serious bedtime because it really doesn't make sense to sacrifice your sleep. It's a badge of honor. It doesn't make you a better anything. It really doesn't. It actually contributes to bad health and bad mood. So optimum sleep time, your wants you to sleep from around 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. somewhere in there. Your schedule may not allow for that, but that's when your body kicks in some other processes the night that you need to be asleep for so that it can happen. I really want you to be consistent when you go to sleep and when you wake up. Maybe there's one night where you stay up a little late or one morning where you sleep in a little bit more. But the more you start tracking and looking at how am I sleeping, noticing where your behavior gets a little off or your schedule gets a little off or your mindset gets a little off, absolutely put sleep at the top of the priority list. Remember, I had it like sleep and exercise. No caffeine later in the evening, afternoon, evening. Don't exercise really late. Don't eat or drink really late after 8 o'clock. You're supposed to process that so you can be asleep by 10, relatively digested and sober, right? And shut off the phone, turn all that off by 8 o'clock so that you can the next hour or two to read a book or do some breathing exercises or spend time with your kids or up a little bit or meditate or take a bath or drink some tea. There's 1,000 things that will help you feel so much better the next day if you have a great sleep bedtime routine. It really will. You'll see these benefits in the morning. Might take a few mornings for them to kick in, but you will see it. And then your mornings will go better. To get up and you feel grateful for the day and shine for the day. That's how it works, everybody. I want you to really focus on how your stress is keeping you from your 90-day goal and think about where you want to be in 90 days. And 90 days will be the beginning. Do you want to be energized? Do you want to be tired? Do you want to be here? Do you want to have a better lifestyle or be more accomplished at work, feel like you're less stressed? Now's the time. Now's the time. Making those plans, your calendar. Let's figure out ways that you can get look back at some of my videos from the last few weeks, diet over 90 days, exercise plan over 90 days, mindset over a 90-day period. Let's start putting them all together into your schedule. Get these practices under your belt. And next week, I'm going to tell you about the 3 goals that really matter. They're probably not what you think. I hope I'm clever enough to come up with some goals that you might not have of already. All right, so next week, last installment of my 90-day goals. And then I'm on to maybe doing something different with 90 days. I might move on to some other topics. I'm not quite decided yet, but stay with me for Wellness Wednesdays, 10 a.m. every Wednesday. Glad that you could join me. Come back. Someday we'll have it together live in person. Have so much to talk with you about always. And I really enjoy the time that we get to spend together. So take really great care of yourself. And until next time, be well. Thanks for joining me.